disappear. Fading shadows disappear, drifting out across the tide. Nowhere left, we need to hide. The city sleeps beneath a velvet sky. I watch the neon constellations die. A quiet pulse begins to wake the ground, and I am floating in a sea of sound. We walked along the edges of the night, just waiting for a sudden spark of white. The heavy air is starting to release. I finally found the center of my peace. Feel the rhythm rising from the floor. Washing all the broken glass away. Dive with me into the ocean of light. Leave behind the heavy shadows of night. We are weightless in the glowing unknown. We are seas the universe is just sown. Let the current pull our bodies away. We will ride the frequencies till the day. Dive with me into the ocean light. Everything is going to be frequencies are washing over me. A digital warm serenity. I hear your voice 1,000 miles away, but in this resonance is where you stay. The concrete jungle slowly melts to gold. A beautiful new story to unfold. We harmonize the chaos in our mind and leave the gravity of Earth behind. Feel the rhythm rising from the floor. I don't wanna fight it anymore. Colors bleeding through the silver veil, washing all the broken glass away. Dive with me into the ocean of light. Leave behind the heavy shadows of night. We are weightless in the glowing unknown. We are seas the universe is just sown. Let the current pull our bodies away. We will ride the frequencies to the day. Dive with me into the ocean of light. Everything is gonna be alright. Hold your breath and let the filter sweep. Awake the magic that was fast asleep. A sudden rush of oxygen and fire. We are climbing higher, ever climbing higher. The white noise shatters into crystal stars, erasing all the lines of who we are. Just close your eyes and let the bassline drop. We are at the summit and we will never stop. Dive with me into the ocean of light. Leave behind the heavy shadows of night. We are weightless in the bright unknown. We are seas the universe is just sown. Let the current pull our bodies away. We will ride the frequencies to the day. Dive with me into the ocean of light. We are shining, we are blinding and bright. The water settles and the waves are still. A golden aura on a distant hill. I breathe you in and slowly float away, forever resting in the break of day. queering in the cooling air. The kind of magic that we only find down there. We trade the sunlight for the artificial glow, and let the undertow dictate the way we go. The shadows stretch and blur into the gray. The noise of daytime slowly slips away. I feel the filter open in my mind, leaving the heavy gravity behind. We are dancing in the city of velvet shadows, losing track of time where the neon follows. Catch a breath of silver in the indigo sky. Watch the constellations of the skyline fly. We are dancing in the city of velvet shadows, sinking in the deep where the heavy bass mellows. Hold me in the pocket of the midnight groove. Nothing else to prove, just let the spirit move. The phantom breeze blows through the open taxi door. Have never seen this empty avenue before. The glowing signs are speaking in a quiet hum, waiting for the quiet hours of the night to come. I see your reflection in the corner of my eye, a fleeting ghost against the dark electric sky. We share a frequency that nobody can hear. The static fades and suddenly the channel is clear. The shadows just and blur into the gray. The noise of daytime slowly slips away. I feel the filter open in my mind, leaving the heavy gravity behind. We are dancing in the city of velvet shadows, losing track of time where the neon follows. Catch a breath of silver in the indigo sky. Watch the constellations of the skyline fly. We are dancing in the city of velvet shadows, sinking in the deep where the heavy bass mellows. Hold me in the pocket of the midnight groove. Nothing else to prove, just let the spirit move. Time is just an illusion in the dark, a glowing ember falling from a spark. Suspend me in the middle of the sound, where my feet are never touching on the ground. The world is sleeping while we come alive, lost inside the rhythm of this late night drive. We are dancing in the city of velvet shadows, losing track of time where the neon follows. Catch a breath of silver in the indigo sky. Watch the constellations of the skyline fly. We are dancing in the city of velvet shadows, sinking in the deep where the heavy bass mellows. Hold me in the pocket of the midnight groove. Nothing else to prove, just let the spirit move. The kick drum fades into the velvet cot, just a lingering echo of a falling spark. The frequency dissolves into the silent air. I close my eyes and I am already there. Neon lights are bleeding through the glass. Time slows down to a steady crawl. Oh, welcome to the velvet hour. The city sleeps, but we are waking up. Shadows stretch across the empty room. I pour a little silence in my cup, waiting for the bass to break the gloom. Headlights paint a rhythm on the wall. Golden ribbons dancing in the dark. I am leaning close to hear you call. A solitary whisper is the spark. Colors blurring as we start to drift. Caught inside the gravity we shift. I can feel the temperature rise. Looking at the secrets in your eyes. We are sinking in the velvet hour. Let the heavy waves wash over me. Surrendering to the midnight power. Floating on a deep and endless sea. We are sinking in the velvet hour. Lose yourself inside the slow delay. Blooming like a solitary flower. Dance until the darkness fades away. Footsteps echo on the lonely street. But in here the world is made of sound. Moving to the tempo of our heartbeat. Our feet are barely touching on the ground. Colored souls are wrapping around my skin. Drawing constellations in the air. I do not know where my thoughts begin. Suddenly there is magic everywhere. Colors blurring as we start to drift. Caught inside the gravity we shift. I can feel the temperature rise. Looking at the secrets in your eyes. We are sinking in the velvet hour. Let the heavy waves wash over me. Surrendering to the midnight power. Floating on a deep and endless sea. We are sinking in the velvet hour. Lose yourself inside the slow delay. Blooming like a solitary flower. Dance until the darkness fades away. Suspended in a breath of wild light. The melody is rushing through my veins. We leave the heavy world behind tonight. Only this hypnotic pulse will lanes. Higher than the clouds above the gray. Watch the physical dissolve away. We are sinking in the velvet hour. Let the heavy waves wash over me. Surrendering to the midnight power. Floating on a deep and paint the ceiling in a shade of gold, a quiet kind of magic that the shadows hold. I watch the smoke curl upward in the cooling air, leaving all the heavy burdens that I used to bear. The rhythm of the highway humming far below, a steady rolling river with a silver glow. I trace the lines of neon on the window pane, washing away the traces of the daytime rain. Echoes in the hallway, fading out of sight. We are only strangers, slipping through the night. Feel the frequency rising, climbing up the wall, waiting for the moment, waiting for the fall. Lost inside the velvet midnight, where the bass is deep and the feeling is right. Where you drifted on a desert sea, just the frequency moving through you and me. Lost inside the velvet midnight, underneath the glow of the indigo light. Let the music wash the edges away. We don't ever have to think about the day. The tempo drops to nothing but a heavy breath, a momentary silence in the space we left. I catch your reflection in the darkened glass, watching all the glowing silhouettes as they pass. The gravity is shifting beneath our feet, syncopated heartbeats spilling on the street. No need to speak a word, we already know. Red is nowhere else that we need to go. Echoes in the hallway, fading out of sight. We are only strangers, slipping through the night. Feel the frequency rising, climbing up the wall, waiting for the moment, waiting for the fall. Lost inside the velvet midnight, where the bass is deep and the feeling in heavy. We drink alright and did you see just the frequency moving through you and me. Lost inside the velvet midnight, underneath the glow of the indigo light. Let the music wash the edges away. We don't ever have to think a day. Floating out of focus, suspended in the dark, a solitary melody, a solitary spark. The world outside is heavy, but in here we are light, dissolving like a whisper in the quiet of the night. Hold me in the center of the spinning room, like a phantom flower blooming in the gloom. Lost inside the velvet midnight, where the bass is deep and the feeling is right. We are drifting in the sea, the frequency moving through you and me. Lost inside the velvet midnight, underneath the holy indigo light. Let the music wash the edges away. We don't ever have to think about the day. The kick drum fades into a gentle breeze, losing ourselves in the electric seas, breathing out the tension, melting in the gray. Velvet midnight, slowly washing away. drifting through the static of the night. Whispers catching on the edge of the wind. I close my eyes and let the colors bleed. We are weightless now. The city falls asleep below my feet. A quiet rhythm hums beneath the street. I trace the silver shadows on the wall and wait to hear the midnight frequency call. Your silhouette is dancing in the dark, a sudden spark to light the heavy part. We leave the heavy gravity behind, a secret sanctuary we can find. The temperature is rising in the air, electric currents run through my hair. I feel the bass begin to shake the floor. I've never felt a rush like this before. Take me higher to the velvet skyline, where the neon and the starlight intertwine. We are floating in the middle of the deep. Promises that only dreamers ever keep. Wash away the shadows of the turning world. Watch the paradise of midnight be unfurled. Take me higher to the velvet skyline. Lose yourself inside this beating heart of mine. The breath of smoke against the window pane. We wash our spirits in the astral rain. The ticking of the clock begins to fade inside the shelter that the music made. I catch the echo of your steady breath, a beautiful defiance over death. The rhythm is an ocean we can swim whenever all the city lights grow dim. The temperature is rising and in the air, electric currents run through my hair. I feel the bass begin to shake the floor. I've never felt a rush like this before. Take me higher to the velvet skyline, where the neon and the starlight intertwine. We are floating in the middle of the deep. Promises that only dreamers ever keep. Wash away the shadows of the turning world. Watch the paradise of midnight be unfurled. Take me higher to the velvet skyline. Lose yourself inside this beating heart of mine. We are flown, we are flown, we are free. Just a ripple on the surface of the sea. Let the melody break open every door. I am yours and you are mine forevermore. Hold my hand until the morning breaks the spell. In this beautiful illusion we dwell. The steady pulse goes on and on, weightless in the quiet blue. I am dreaming here with you. Breathe in the cool night air. City lights bleed through the tinted glass. A steady pulse beneath the pavement. We are sinking into the midnight blue. The clock strikes 2 and the streets are bare. Still soft hum hanging in the heavy air. Street lamps painting gold upon the rain-slick road, carrying the secrets that the midnight holds. I watch the shadows dancing on the dashboard light, losing all my worries to the velvet night. Every empty corner feels like hallowed ground, wrapped inside the rhythm of this silent town. The tempo rises quietly in my chest, soothing down a heart that cannot rest. We leave the heavy daylight far behind and let the driving bassline clear the mind. We are shadows in the neon glow, drifting where the nocturnal winds blow, lost inside a deep house dream, floating down a silver stream. Let the rhythm take control tonight, bathing in the ultraviolet light. No destination, nowhere else to be, just a steady heartbeat setting us free. A silhouette is moving through the purple haze, caught inside the beauty of this midnight maze. Reflections of the skyline in your quiet eyes, a universe of peace where all the tension dies. The engine purrs a melody so soft and low, synchronized exactly with the radio. We leave behind the echoes of the waking world, watching all the mysteries of the dark ungrow. The tempo rises quietly in my chest, soothing down a heart that cannot rest. We leave the heavy daylight far behind and let the driving bassline clear the mind. We are shadows in the neon glow, drifting where the nocturnal winds blow, lost inside a deep house dream, floating down a silver stream. Let the rhythm take control tonight, bathing in the ultraviolet light. No destination, nowhere else to be, just a steady heartbeat setting us free. Time suspends a moment in the atmosphere. Everything is distant, yet it feels so near. Whispers in the static calling out my name. Nothing in the morning will be quite the same. Hold this fragile magic in your open hands, drifting through the hourglass, shifting with the sand. We are shadows in the neon glow, drifting where the nocturnal winds blow, lost inside a deep house dream, floating down a silver stream. Let the rhythm take control tonight, bathing in the Soft neon bleeding through the upper skin fog. The bass begins to tremble deeply underfoot. Close your eyes, let the frequency take over. We are nothing but shadows melting into sound. The city sleeps, but we are just awaking. Beneath the pavement where the world is shaking. A heavy rhythm pulling at my shoulder. The air is warm, the night is growing colder. I see your silhouette across the glowing room. A fleeting specter wrapped inside the velvet gloom. The sub-bass rolls and watches over every fear. There is no yesterday, there's only now and here. The frequencies rise into a fever pitch. We step across the border, pull the midnight switch. We collapse the line to synchronize our beating hearts. This is the moment where the sweet illusion starts. Lose yourself inside the echoes in the dark. Let the surface side be at the vital spark. Drifting on the current of a steady beat. Dancing out the sorrow where the shadows meet. Let the deep velvet groove carry you away. We don't have to face the blinding light of day. Lose yourself inside the echoes in the dark. Leave behind a glowing everlasting A breathy whisper catches on the hi-hat tap. We fall into the center of the sonic map. The walls are sweat and painted in a violet hue. I leave my heavy body just to follow you. We trade our secrets in the spaces of the kick. The magic of the midnight wraps around us thick. Just let the lush paths wash away the broken past. We form a frequency that's finally built to last. The frequency is rising to a fever pitch. We step across the border, pull the midnight switch. The collapse align to synchronize our beating hearts. This is the moment where the sweet illusion starts. Lose yourself inside the echoes in the dark. Let the surface side at the vital spark. Drifting on the current of a steady beat. Dancing out the sorrow where the shadows meet. Let the deep velvet groove carry you away. We don't have to face the blinding light of day. Lose yourself inside the echoes in the dark. Leave behind a glowing everlasting mark. The heavy floor falls away. Time is suspended. Every fractured piece of us is finally mended. We are just currents of electric air, breathing in the static, nothing to repair. Wait for the warmth of the rising chord before we plunge back to the heavy floor. to the morning gray. The synthesizer washes everything away. Just a breathless whisper lingering in the mind. Leave the echoes in the dark behind. The horizon dissolves into indigo mist. Faint signals pulse through the silent atmosphere. I can feel the current waking up beneath my feet. We are completely weightless in the stretch across breathing in the heavenly night air, watching the city lights blur and fade, a silent rhythm waking in the deep. We leave the waking world and slip away. The pavement hums beneath my restless feet, a steady tremor moving down the street. I feel the shadows wrapping around my skin. This is the moment where the dreams begin. We lift the heavy weight of yesterday, lost in the frequency we float away. The amber glow of street lamps rushing by, reflecting constellations in your eyes. Feel the temperature start to rise, electric currents in the velvet skies. The silent shadows into sparks of light. We are surrendering to the night. Meet me out on the velvet horizon, where the rhythm is all that we know. Hold my hand while the bassline is rising into the beautiful radiant glow. We are infinite, riding the ocean, caught in a push, circular motion. Meet me out on the velvet horizon. Don't ever look back, just let it all go. The world is spinning in a slower frame. I hear the echoes calling out my name. A sudden rush of warmth against the cold, a secret story waiting to be told. The glass and concrete melt into the dark, leaving a brilliant shimmering spark. We navigate the spaces in between and wake inside a lucid painted dream. Near the temperature start to rise, electric currents in the velvet skies. The silent shadows into sparks of light. We are surrendering to the night. Meet me out on the velvet horizon, where the rhythm is all that we know. Hold my hand while the bassline is rising into the beautiful radiant glow. We are infinite, riding the ocean, caught in a perfectly circular motion. Meet me out on the velvet horizon. Don't ever look back, just let it all go. Time